Hey guys, it's Kate from Cater, and it's a beautiful day on the homestead. I am recovering from the chicken coop disaster and re-regulating myself and getting back on track. So I wanted to shoot a little update before I head into town to pick up my weed whacker that has been repaired. So I've been talking with my neighbors a lot about what's going on, and everybody has been experiencing the same thing around here. There's been a lot of raccoon attacks, a lot of livestock loss. I haven't been the only one, and it's been encouraging for me. So my one neighbor, I have a good friend who lives up the road with his partner, and he's kind of become my mentor around here. He's kind of taken me under his wing. He is a little bit younger than me, but I'm learning so much from him. He's born and raised in the country, and he has just so many skills, and yeah, he's been really helping me. So he actually has a duck coop, a bird coop, that he's had for 16 years, never ever had an animal attack, and he had a coon in there this year. So his attitude is, Kate, stuff happens sometimes. He said you could have a problem now and not have a problem again for 10 years. Another analogy example that he gave me, he said, Kate, when we're out here in the country, you can do everything perfectly by the book. You can take your cattle, you can lock them in a barn, to keep them safe from the predators every night. And if lightning strikes or something electrical sparks, your cattle are all dead because you've locked them in an enclosure and they can't escape. So he kind of said, you do your best and stuff happens. My neighbors have been trapping the animals, and that is a strategy out here. Now, I never thought that I was going to move to the country and start trapping animals, but here I am. So that is a live catch trap behind me, and I've been using it. So I borrowed that from my neighbor. The first night I set it, I didn't get anything. The second night I got a skunk. I wasn't sure if that was what killed my chickens or not, because I was kind of thinking it was a coon. Now, when I caught the skunk, my neighbor came down and took it for a swim in the pond, which just basically meant submerge the cage in the pond and drown it, and then pitch it into the brush. Because it was a skunk, it's more difficult to shoot. I've been learning a lot. I'm trapping animals. This is crazy. I guess when it's a skunk, you want to put a blanket over the cage. If the skunk is covered, it won't spray. In order to shoot it, you would have to uncover it and get close to it. And so drowning it is the best option. Now, also for a person like me who, moving forward, because I'm going to buy a live trap like this, and I'm going to have it placed during the spring and summer and fall. I'm going to keep it baited outside the coop, and I'm going to have to learn how to take care of the pests that I catch. And drowning it in my pond is probably the easiest way for me to do that. I have to wrap my head around it, but this is my new life. So after I trapped the skunk, I baited it again, and I trapped a coon. Now, that coon got out of the cage, but I know it was a coon because the bait was gone, the blanket was pulled inside, apparently like a coon would do, and there was a big scat in there that was a coon. My neighbor has a lot of experience trapping. His dad was a trapper, and so I'm learning a lot from him, and he's really been helping me. Now, he gave me a pep talk a couple nights ago that was really uplifting, and he was over drinking a few beers with me, and he said, Kate, you built a beautiful coop, and your animals, your birds will be happier and healthier in that big coop, and the situation you have right now is not a permanent solution. It's not going to work for the winter for your purposes. He said, you're going to want more birds than this, and he said, here in the country, we don't give up just because we get discouraged. And he said, you get your butt back in there and you fortify that coop and you get your birds back in there. So, you know, I went from really dreading getting in there and dealing with it to being really inspired. So I spent the day yesterday, pretty much the whole day. I went inside, I dismantled things, and I started rebuilding. I filled up cracks and holes. I'm installing some pretty heavy duty wire or secured in with boards screwed in. Yeah, so I've got one whole side done. So I'm back on track. I probably won't get to much today because I have to run some errands, but tomorrow I'll be back at it working on this side of the coop and the roof, and I'll be putting wire underneath the ground so that they can't dig in, and I will continue to try to trap this coon. Now, because he got out of this trap, my neighbor has told me that this coon has probably been trapped before, and so we're gonna have to have a different strategy. We're gonna try a foot trap, which is it's still a live trap, but it's one where we're gonna catch his foot. Maybe he won't be able to get out of it. My neighbor's away for a few days, so while he's away, I don't really want to catch anything because I'm gonna need his help to dispose of it at the moment. So I've just been laying out some marshmallows around the coop. I put out 5 last night, 3 are gone. I'm just trying to keep him in the area so that he can get complacent and I can trap him. Probably will lay a trap again Sunday night or Monday. So yeah, a kill trap is not an option for me because I have the bunny rabbit hopping around. And my cats come in at night, but with the bunny rabbit, I can't have a kill trap. And he's also told me I'm simply just not strong enough to set a kill trap. He said it's 90 pounds of pressure and he can barely do it himself. So these are my strategies. So here I am in the country trapping animals, but I am rebuilding this coop. And that's exciting because I did really like it. It's big and bright and spacious. And yeah, so there's a little update just before my big unveil of the new coop. Once it's done, I'll take you in and show you all the fortification that I've done, and I'll be really excited to get my birds back in there and just be starting again. So yeah, until next time, happy, healthy living, rolling with the punches, learning and growing. I'm Kate from Cater, and I'll see you later.